It's a tragedy that feels too surreal to accept. The kind of news that hits like a wave, sudden, powerful, and hard to process. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the man who once lit up millions of television screens across America as the beloved Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, has died. He was just 54 years old. The cause? A devastating drowning accident while on a family vacation in Costa Rica. It's the kind of sentence you read twice, hoping your eyes made a mistake. But this is not a hoax. This is not one of those internet rumors that gets debunked in a few hours. This is real, and it's heartbreaking. According to initial reports confirmed by ABC News and Costa Rican authorities, Warner drowned while swimming near Cockles Beach in the city of Limon. The tide was strong, and the current unforgiving. He was caught in it and couldn't break free. Despite efforts to resuscitate him, he was pronounced dead from asphyxia. Just like that, a man who had grown up in the limelight matured gracefully into his artistic calling, and recently begun amplifying powerful social conversations was gone. Gone too soon. Gone far too suddenly. Let's pause here. Because this isn't just a story about an actor who died tragically. This is about a man who meant something deeper to an entire generation. For anyone who watched television in the late 80s and early 90s, the Huxtable family was more than just a fictional TV clan. They were the family, a symbol of dignity, success, and warmth in a world that often showed very different images of Black American households. And Theo? Theo was us. Awkward, funny, flawed, relatable. He was the charming younger brother. The son struggling through math. The kid with dreams and insecurities. He was never perfect, but he was real. Warner brought him to life with such honesty that many viewers felt like they knew him. Some even grew up alongside him. It's hard to separate Malcolm-Jamal Warner from the role of Theo Huxtable because the performance was so genuine, so rooted in the kind of emotional truth that only a truly gifted actor could deliver. But Malcolm was more than Theo. Much more. Born in New Jersey in 1970, Warner's journey into acting started early. He was drawn to the craft as a child and enrolled in a performing arts school in New York City. His big break came in an almost cinematic twist of fate. He auditioned for The Cosby Show on the final day of NBC's national casting search. Bill Cosby himself selected Malcolm to play his on-screen son. That decision would shape Warner's life forever. From 1984 to 1992, he appeared in all 8 seasons of the iconic sitcom. At the height of the show's success, Malcolm was one of the most recognizable faces on American television. He wasn't just acting. He was growing up on screen. Millions of viewers watched him mature season after season, from a lanky teen to a young man with character, insight, and charm. His performance earned him an Emmy nomination for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy. Rare honor for a teen actor at the time. But while many child stars struggled to move on from a defining role, Warner took a different path. He didn't chase fame. He chased growth. He studied the craft, honed his skills, and diversified his creative portfolio. He transitioned into directing and music, exploring the depths of his artistic curiosity. It was never about just being a star for him. It was about purpose. In the mid-1990s, he returned to television with Malcolm and Eddie, a buddy sitcom on UPN that paired him with comedian Eddie Griffin. The show was a hit among young audiences and ran for 4 seasons. Here, Warner stepped into a new role, not just as a performer, but as a co-lead in a sitcom that showcased his comedic timing and mature presence. It was a different Malcolm, more confident, more seasoned. During this period, Warner also began directing, and his list of credits grew quickly. He directed episodes of The Cosby Show, All That, Kenan and Kel, and Malcolm and Eddie. He even directed a widely distributed educational video in 1992 titled Time Out, The Truth About HIV, AIDS, and You, a powerful project that featured cultural icons like Magic Johnson and Arsenio Hall. The video was ahead of its time, both bold and necessary in its efforts to educate young people about the realities of HIV and AIDS during an era when misinformation ran rampant. But Warner didn't stop there. His love for music flourished, and he went on to win a Grammy Award as a featured artist on the song Jesus Children, alongside Robert Glasper and Layla Hathaway. It was a full-circle moment, proof that Warner was not only multidimensional, but also deeply respected in creative circles. His television career continued to evolve in the 2000s and beyond. He appeared in Showtime's post-apocalyptic series Jeremiah, and had roles in hit shows like Sons of Anarchy, 911, Suits, Grownish, and Community. From 2018 to 2023, Warner played Dr. A.J. Austin on The Resident, bringing to life a character who was both brilliant and emotionally complex. It was one of his most nuanced adult performances and introduced him to a new generation of fans who may not have known Theo Huxtable, but were captivated by Dr. Austin. And yet, even while succeeding on screen, Warner never stopped using his voice for deeper conversations. He co-created and co-hosted the podcast, Not All Hood, alongside Woosie Baraka and Candace Kelly. The show tackled topics many avoid: black masculinity, mental health, generational trauma, fatherhood, media representation. In recent years, Warner spoke openly about emotional wellness among black men, deconstructing harmful stereotypes and advocating for vulnerability. His voice wasn't just seasoned, it was wise. So when we talk about his death, we must talk about all of this. We must talk about the fullness of the life he lived. He was more than an actor. He was a mirror for black boys trying to find themselves. He was a model of what reinvention looks like. He was a man who believed in purpose over popularity. And now, at just 54, he's gone. The news has sent shockwaves through the entertainment community. Tributes are pouring in from former castmates, fellow actors, musicians, and fans. Some are sharing stories of working with him on set. Others are reminiscing about watching him on TV every Thursday night. Many are in disbelief, grieving a man who felt like extended family. Because that's what Malcolm-Jamal Warner was to so many: family. A presence in our homes. A fixture of our youth. A symbol of growth. And perhaps what stings the most is the nature of his death. There's something especially tragic about losing someone during a moment that was supposed to be joyful. He was on vacation, with family, relaxing, recharging, living. Then, in a matter of moments, it was over. A swim in the ocean. A strong current. A tragic turn. It's a kind of randomness that reminds us how fragile life really is. Warner is survived by his wife and daughter. And while they grieve privately, the world grieves publicly, with memories, tears, and tributes. The loss of Malcolm-Jamal Warner is not just the loss of a talented actor. It's the loss of a storyteller, a culture shaper, a man who understood the power of media, and who used his platform to uplift, educate, and entertain. There's a quote that Warner once shared in an interview. He said, "Longevity in this business comes when you're more focused on your craft than your image." That was Malcolm. Always grounded, always humble, always evolving. Now that he's gone, his legacy becomes our responsibility. It becomes the stories we tell about him, the way we remember him, the way we carry forward the conversations he started. His image may no longer grace our screens in new ways, but his impact echoes on. In every rerun of The Cosby Show, in every young black boy who saw a reflection of himself in Theo, in every podcast episode where vulnerability was championed over bravado. This is more than a tragic end. It's a sobering reminder that even legends are mortal. But if we honor their work, their lessons, and their light, they never truly leave us. Rest in power, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. You gave us laughter, perspective, and truth. You gave us stories. You gave us you. And for that, we thank you.